So you owe around 41,000. Wholesale on that car is between, like I said, that range is going to be between 20,000 to maybe 23 on the top end. So you are 20,000 upside down.
I work in financial aid, and if I was your financial aid administrator, I would tell you, don't take out the loan. Don't do it.
I make over $100,000 a year, and my monthly expenses are $4,000. Where's my money actually going?
Not understanding depreciation is causing a crisis in this country that is quite frightening. I say that because we're going to watch somebody that lost $100,000 in depreciation for a car that she wanted to look good and impress other people. We're also going to talk about cost of ownership when it comes to buying a car. We're going to talk about student loans, and we're also going to talk about the high income poverty trap for high income earners. I want to jump straight into the video, but before that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm to show support. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Watch this video until the end. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Hello.
Hey, this is Yusuf, the car dealer.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Good. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much for calling me back too.
Absolutely. So I'm calling about the Maserati that you were trying to get rid of. Break it down for me if you don't mind.
It is $20K upside down. You told me I have great credit, so it's like $750. I do have money down, but obviously based on the situation I talked to you about, I would like to not put so much down if I don't have to, just because I don't know what the future looks like right now. This every day, and I really appreciate you taking the time to guide me.
Absolutely. So you do have a great interest rate. I mean, 5%. So you owe around 41,000. Wholesale on that car is between, like I said, that range is going to be between 20,000 to maybe 23 on the top end. So you are 20,000 upside down. Here's the problem, right? You got great credit, you got good income. I know you're trying to move. The problem is unless you put a significant amount of money down, your negative equity is going to transfer over to a different car. So then if you're buying a newer car, it's going to depreciate. That will put you in an even worse situation because typically you'll have more negative equity. So it's just like eating this consistent. It's just in order for you to get rid of this, either just go lease a car, but the caveat to that is you will have a higher payment. Let's say you find a lease that is, I don't know, has $20,000 in incentives. It'll eat up your negative equity, but instead of leasing MSRP or the invoice of 40,000 from when it was originally marked to 60, now you're back at the original 60 of the invoice for the car that you're leasing, and it'll be a significantly higher payment.
Well, my payment's 11. I wouldn't mind going up to like 15.
So if you're paying $1,100 a month for the Maserati and you're comfortable going with $1,500 a month, like finding I don't know if you're looking for a luxury car, Audi, Mercedes, BMW. If you ever, any lesson you take from this, never buy a Maserati. Always lease it.
I learned that.
Never buy a Maserati.
See, I think I just want to keep it, not have a car payment after I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%. Just for a little while. I'm over that phase of like trying to ride nice and prove something, I guess you could say.
I got you. Well, I'm glad the Maserati humbled you.
A Maserati is the highest depreciating car brand you can ever buy. Maserati is what poor people think rich people drive. It's also the definition of high income poverty trap. She's dealing with that. Lifestyle inflation, thirst, and hunger for status. This is also not understanding the language of finance, more specifically depreciation. And I was reading something that said that poor people keep their financial score with what they can see outside. The middle class keeps their financial score through titles and degrees, which then they use that to buy debt and liabilities. And what wealthy people, how they keep their financial score is through investments, assets, and just net worth. And this is the opposite of that. You can even see at the end, she said that I'm just tired of trying to keep up with her parents. I'm just going to keep it. I don't think she came to that decision. I think she was forced to make that decision, because what people do is, especially that are not financially savvy or financially literate, is that they would get themselves into a big hurdle or a financial struggle, and then they use fear when it comes to decision making, which then they take that negative equity and they roll into another car, which then balloons the car payment and then also destroys the value of that next car. It's like you're paying for a car like she is at $130,000, now costs $20,000, but you're still making the $1,100 car payment as if that car was still $130,000. You see the type of life choices we make? It all comes to choices and decisions. 100 million Americans, that is 1/3 of Americans, have a car payment. 60 to 70% of them are negative equity in their cars. This is the definition of cosplaying wealth. Looking rich instead of being rich. Looking wealthy instead of being wealthy. Right? Decisions, choices, and habits. It all comes down to those.
So for you guys that don't know, I just got my truck lifted and it is out of gas. And gas right now is $7.29 a gallon. So you guys do the over and under. How much do you think this is going to cost to fill up?
My tank is so empty, it just says low.
So we're not even halfway there. We'll check back in 2 to 3 business days and see hopefully that it's filled up. So again, in the meantime, while we wait, this is the truck. Got some 40s on it by 22-inch wheels. It is still going. Oh, goddamn. It stopped at 175. I know 24 gallons ain't gonna fill this up. So now we're doing round 2. All right, and another $57 added. So in total, this shit costed me $232 to fill up. All right, now I gotta get in this thing. So my range is at 384 miles, and it's a full tank.
Again, goes back to cost of ownership. When you are going to buy a car, this has to be included in it. Phantom costs, insurance, gas, fuel, all right, for diesel, maintenance, depreciation, tabs. I'm big on you can afford the car payment. You got it, big guy. That's you. But now let's do a little bit of math. This is a GMC 2500. In today's economy, you're not paying less than $1,100. So let's say it's $1,200. Let's say he paid $232. This is for a week, I'm guessing, because it's gonna eat this gas or fuel, right? So now you times that by 4. That's that's almost $1,100 in itself, right? So now you're looking at $2,400. Now let's say it costs $400 California for insurance. That's $2,800. He's paying $3,000 for a truck in California's economy with that type of gas price, with the cost of living in California being extremely high, with layoffs, with a bad, shaky job market, decisions, choices, and habits. It will always come down to that. Mindsets. Most people do not understand the language of finance, then wonder, why am I living paycheck to paycheck? Why are we living like this? You know what I mean? And understand that they can't control certain things that the government does, but are willing to play the wrong game. Crazy. Comment down below. $232? Only to get 384 miles, and he lifted it, so it's going to lose more MPGs? Boy, oh boy.
Hey, I work in financial aid, and if I was your financial aid administrator, I would tell you, don't take out the loan. Don't do it. I have 5,500 people on my list.
Excuse me? 5,500? Oh my God.
Loan, graduated, had high hopes. Then life happens. And then cars and houses and kids, emergencies, medicals. And then that loan just sits there. And now there's compound interest. And now they owe way more than it's worth. Don't do it. Don't take out student loans. I wish you the best.
So help me get this straight, right? I'm trying to rationalize with you guys, right? Please let me know down in the comments if I'm making sense. The cost of tuition is constantly rising. Education is still staying the same, right? The quality of education hasn't changed, right? There's a shaky job market, job losses. All these corporations are announcing job losses, 30,000 employees being fired from Amazon, 20,000 from Oracle, et cetera, et cetera. There's an AI takeover, an AI automation that's around the corner ready to replace you better than what you do already. People already have high car payments, high cost of living, stagnant wages, and people are still going to school thinking that jobs are still going to be there when there's already people that have master's degrees and PhDs that are being laid off, that have 10 to 15, 20 years of experience that now can't get a job. It's all over TikTok. Search it up. I lost my job today. So explain to me, in this economy, why an outdated college degree is important. Is it a scam? And majority of these kids will go and take out those student loans. When we already have an appearance culture and a competition to chase for appearances, most of these kids will treat universities as the hyper luxury cars. There's nothing wrong with going to a 2-year degree and getting something that is going to benefit you, trades, right? But it all stems from going back to the parents. If the parents are critical, then the kids will be critical. If the parents have educated the kids financially, then the kids will be financially educated. We only see what we can see. The financial score, like I talked about in the first clip, is that we will do it through our titles. I will pay off my student loans through titles and degrees. There's no degrees and titles right now. There's no job market. 30 to 40% take out student loans for a lifestyle, for something outside of school. And if you're taking out student loans and there's no job market and AI is here, how are you going to pay off their student loans when there's compounding interest? And I have problem with compounding interest. And the college experience is something that's unmatched, though, and we're willing to pay that much and trap ourselves in these debt cycles.
I make over $100,000 a year, and my monthly expenses are $4,000. Where's my money actually going? Like, where is it literally going? I should not be struggling.
That's a great question. If you couldn't figure out, what makes you think we're going to figure out for you? I hope she's single. $4,000 for bills is crazy. But we already know the type of life high income earners with high income poverty traps, with high lifestyle inflations are living. I promise you, I could bet something that she has a car payment, she has student loans, she has consumer debt, credit cards, and she's just not tracking and budgeting where her money goes. She says she shouldn't be struggling. I think that is your responsibility to try to figure out or troubleshoot that type of life. What makes you think coming to TikTok and try to tell us, right, that you shouldn't be struggling and you make 100K? Do you really want sympathy? Do you want us to feel sorry for you? Sis, you are privileged. I swear to God, you are privileged. If you make $30,000 in the United States, I know it's $30,000 not a lot, but if you compare it to the rest of the world, you are in the top 1% of the socioeconomic ballers in the whole world. How can you be struggling at 6 figures, sis? Y'all just don't know how to problem solve. Y'all just want your hands held. This is not middle school no more. You're an adult. Sis, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't even make 6 figures. I'm closer to the high 5 figures. And I got 2 kids. And I'm trying to figure it out and budget and do things that will get me ahead with kids. You probably are single. Where's your money going? That's a great question. You want to struggle. And then you think you shouldn't be struggling. Man, watch out. If you can't live off 100K, that's a bad budgeting problem. Indeed, 100%. Well, if you make 100K, you probably make 70K after taxes. Then you said 50K goes towards bills. So you're living off of 20K a year. Yeah. She doesn't understand what net versus gross is, though. So I don't know what to tell you guys. People forget that you're still taxed at 100K. So you're technically bringing in 65 to 70K. Yes, net to gross. We know that. But you should still live within that 65 to 70K. Listen, you might have student loans and consumer debt. Then you signed up for a car payment. 4K in bills is crazy. People who think 100K in this economy is big money are living in a fantasy. And taxes is something that you can't control, so you have to live within that. I swear to God, when you get on TikTok, it's just wild how some people gaslight each other. And these people are not the ones paying your bill, so they're just gaslighting you into failure.
Being broke is not fun. First of all, we just went to a bowling alley party. It was in a separate room, top shelf, open bar. Okay? We were talking about spring break because all of our kids go to the same school. And the one mom said, oh, our kids missed 2 days of spring break because of the snow. But we're going to Spain for 10 days. And then our neighbors are going to meet us in Madrid. And then they're going to Portugal. I don't even know what. I zoned out. The other mom was like, oh, yeah, we're going to Cali. I hope TSA is not as crazy. And they all looked at me. Well, by all, I mean the 2 moms. They were so nice, by the way. They looked at me and I was like, oh, me? I'll be home. I'll be home.
There's nothing wrong with that. Most people that are financially ahead and financially, independent are homebodies. There's nothing wrong with you being home. There's really nothing wrong with you being home. The social pressures of keeping up with the Joneses, vacations that are funneled and paid for by credit cards and, debt. This is what it is. You don't know if your neighbor is house poor. You don't know if they are financing this vacation through credit or debt. You don't know that. So it's easy for you to compare your life and look down on yourself through other people's decisions because of social pressures, and labeling yourself as poor and keeping up with the Joneses is exactly why we're having a pandemic of high income earners, just like in the last clip, saying I shouldn't be struggling, but are struggling. Also, you guys want to be rich in material and debt rich rather than equity rich and net worth rich. There's nothing wrong. You don't have to compete with them. They could take they could take 6 vacations in 2 months. I personally don't care what other people are doing. And then when you look down on yourself, these are the traumas that are passed down to children. This is what you guys are teaching kids, to be codependent on other people's goals. So then you feel bad for yourself and then you have to acquire things through debt. I know some people that take a vacation once a year for a whole month outside the country, right? And they have to work for 7 months to pay off that 1 month that they took the vacation in. If that's not depression and anxiety and financial destruction, I don't know what is. This is what it is, guys. We are making bad decisions and expecting somebody to be our savior. Every clip that we've reacted to was to prove to you guys that these people make good money. It's not about making money. It's just an addition of stupidity within the paycheck that is already being taxed and then wondering why we're suffering. Like I said, and I'm going to keep saying this, choices, decisions, and habits. And I'm going to end the video here, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm to show support. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Comment your opinions and thoughts down below. With that being said, make sure to hype the video. Be good, do good. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.